Hello, my name's Tom Sanchez. I was in the U.S. Navy Seabees. I was a heavy equipment mechanic, but I was an E3 when I got discharged.
What inspired you to join?
The draft.
That's very
My
inspiring.
lottery number was in the top 10, so I figured, oh, I don't want to go to Vietnam. So I ran down and joined, and I was put in the Seabees, which we were in Okinawa, ready battalion to go to Vietnam, and did all the training and stuff, but we were never called over. So, oh, my brother was in the Navy. He did riverboats in the Delta and stuff, and I always admired him. He was Mr. Popular, Mr. Everything in school. So I said, okay, maybe it'll help me. I started out in San Diego. Then we got orders to go I went to Fort Hueneme, California. And from Fort Hueneme, we went over to Okinawa, where we were ready battalion. And from Okinawa, I went to Spain and spent about 13, 14 months in Spain, which was awesome. Well, Okinawa was awesome too. And then from there, I went to the Panama Canal Zone and chased giant lizards. I have pleasant memories of all of those because of the different experiences. Even like in Panama, I heard that iguanas were a main delicacy. So one day I went out in the jungle looking for an iguana when this dinosaur jumped out of a tree and thought I was lunch, not him. And I'm glad I did track in high school because I think I outran him. But just a lot of fun experiences that are offered to people that may never ever get to see different countries and different cultures. And like I said, before I joined, I was limited to New Mexico and Arizona, and only parts of that. And it did broaden my horizon. I guess that was the first time military conflicts were televised, so everybody saw what was going on, and it was kind of scary. And Mom always watched the TV. And kind of hard to be young and leave home for the first time. When I joined, I never went past Phoenix and never went past Rio Dozo, New Mexico. So it gives them a chance to get out and cut the strings from your parents and where you're going.
Totally different perspective.
Oh yes.
Did you, when you had students or ex-students join, did you worry about them, or you felt good about them?
I worried about some. I had a young man, and I won't mention his name. I used to read Where the Red Fern Grows every year for 34 years. I loved the book, and I thought it showed a lot of. And when he was overseas in Iraq, he found a hard copy of the Red Fern book. And I have always used paperbacks. And he did a testimony on the inside for me, and kind of made me feel good.
That's so cool.
It just, and I've had a lot of people come back and from over there and with positive attitudes. My son was in the Coast Guard, and he was I can't use that word. He had a very poor attitude toward the world, and he joined the Coast Guard. And they made a man out of him. They made him respect people and not be so cocky. And well, the Coast Guard actually is more of a they are international waters. They protect our coastlines. I found out that a lot of the major lakes in the United States are guarded by the Coast Guard. So, they play that important part about Mexico and the Gulf and drug trafficking and just a lot of the safety of the borders of the United States. Well, I got put in the Seabees because I redid a motorcycle engine one time, and they figured I was a mechanic. So I really learned how to work on big diesels and the dangers of a big diesel, where they could kill you very quickly. But not only did we get to work on them, we had to go test them out to make sure they were functioning better, and that was usually a lot of fun. I think I rode a Jeep because I was playing like I was at the dunes, and took us all night to get it back together. But I had a good time. A lot of friends, a lot of people I remember, and that's what it's about, is, you know, enjoying what you're doing and the friends that you acquire. They can be lifelong. After I got out, I went and worked construction for a company that was working for PD. And after we broke from lunch, we were working on the big tunnel that they were constructing back then. And it was like 300 feet to the inside and about 38 feet on the outside. They were backfilling, and my safety belt broke. And I was told I had to find a different kind of job that wasn't so strenuous. So I became a school teacher and enjoyed every 34 years of it. So I think, you know, my life was transformed over to a thing where I felt I did more for people than if I would have still been working construction. I had a greater influence on people's lives, and it was very heartwarming. Today the kids go into colleges and sometimes they don't know what they really want. And when they get their bachelor's degree, it wasn't what they really wanted to do. It's like me, I thought, you know, I never thought I was going to become a teacher. Heaven forbid. But I think it was one of the best things I ever did in my life. Well, I tried to talk my granddaughter, who just turned 21, when she graduated, she was 18, going on 19, and I encouraged her to go into the Air Force, just because I think they have better food.